Happy New Year, everyone. Today, I want to talk about salt, all the salt, and how wonderful salt is. There's a lot of misconceptions about salt, and I want to do a little bit of myth busting today. It's one of my favorite flavors. I eat a ton of it, and I don't remotely suffer from high blood pressure. So let's just briefly pick some of this information apart. So if you look up salt in any kind of establishment medical context, say WebMD or the American Heart Association, anything really that will come up quickly on Google, say you ask the interweb, is salt bad for my blood pressure? Interestingly, you will not get a result for salt, you will get results for sodium. Sodium and salt are often two words that are used interchangeably, but they're not the same thing, and we should understand the difference. Salt is a compound of many minerals, maybe in different ratios, depending on where the salt was mined from. Sodium is only one mineral out of that compound. Okay, so the first thing you need to live is oxygen, yes. The second thing you need to live is water. The third thing you need to live is sodium. No kidding. How does that work? You cannot use the sodium correctly without potassium. So the compound salt has many minerals in it that your body needs. That's what electrolytes are. When you buy little packets of electrolyte water or a Gatorade, you're basically buying salt with the minerals that a good salt would have, and they sometimes add flavor or sugar in it to disguise the fact that you're just drinking salt water. Here's some yummy salt. My absolute favorite is this red salt from Hawaii. It's got the clay in it from the soil. It is so delicious. It really enhances the flavor of your food. Himalayan pink salt has around 75 minerals in it. That's pretty good. Here's some lava salt. Here's some Celtic salt. Celtic salt has 82 minerals in it. Also very delicious. Here's one that's even lower in sodium. Remember, their minerals come in different ratios depending on where the salt is harvested from. This one has less sodium than any of these other compounds do. So what's going on with the sodium, really? When you consume too much sodium on its own, your body retains water. That water builds up in your blood vessels, exerting pressure on the outsides of them. Thus, you get high blood pressure. What this really tells you is that the hydration is not correctly being absorbed into your cells. When you consume salt as a compound or electrolytes, your body recognizes those minerals and opens the doors of your cells to correctly allow the hydration in. Think about it. You never hear anyone advising you, if you have high blood pressure, not to drink Gatorade or have electrolyte packets, because they understand that in combination with the rest of the minerals, especially potassium, there's nothing wrong with sodium. Table salt, on the other hand, is a dangerous compound. It's refined, it's stripped down of all the minerals. It is only two things, sodium and chloride, two of the harshest minerals that really need the rest of them to buffer the effects on the body. And often table salt comes with additives in it, aluminum, anti-caking agents, things you're not expecting. If you pick up a thing that tells you that it's sea salt, this has dextrose in it. That's sugar in your salt. The other thing is, if you look a little closer here, it says not a significant source of calcium, iron, and potassium. So even though technically this is sea salt, no good. Side note on table salt, you do need iodine for your thyroid to function properly, but hopefully you're not relying on table salt to be your source of iodine. Okay, watching for sodium in processed food. There's absolutely a connection between processed food and high sodium and high blood pressure. Here's a tasty looking snack. If I take a quick glance at the back, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 references to sodium in this one little box of shrimp. And don't forget, if you're reading the back of a processed food label to see what's in there and salt is listed in the ingredients, they're not talking about this. They're talking about this. So here's the moral of the story. We are blaming wonderful, beautiful, delicious, mineral-rich salt for the problems that sodium in processed food and crappy table salt are causing. So if you're trying to lower your blood pressure, or maybe you feel that you retain water easily and are trying to balance out that hydration a little bit, you're going to benefit greatly by removing some of the sodium-rich processed food from your diet and substituting that table salt for some really good, high-quality, mineral-rich salt. Oh boy.